Brought a little something, just in case I have to bust out a story.
What's the book about?
Yeah, so The Magician's Hat is a book that I wrote. And the story is about a magician who, through books, encouraged kids to read. His major tricks isn't pulling rabbits out of hats or anything like that. It's about his influence on kids to read and how reading can open the doors for many opportunities.
Malcolm, you've dealt with a lot of injuries at the University of Georgia. You really had to fight back, and it seems like I've been watching you there for a long time now.
Yeah.
What have you learned most personally about just perseverance and fighting through injuries? Because I know those can take a toll, and it's hard to always come back as the same guy you were before they happened.
Right. I've learned patience. I've learned persistence. I've learned how to stay passionate about the things that I love. I've learned to hold on to a dream long enough to see it through. You know, and that's what I'm doing in terms of stepping back out on the field and doing what I love to do. You know, because a lot of times, you know, when a guy gets injured as much as I did, he kind of fades. And luckily, I've been able to stay strong, and people still believe that I can accomplish the things that I set out to do in the first place. So I'm very thankful for that.
Talk about sticking it through. You stuck it through that book, I understand, what, a year and a half so far. You've been working on that?
Yeah, I've been working on this about a year and a half, and the process isn't easy, that's for sure. I definitely respect anybody who's done this on a grand scale, because it's definitely not easy. The easy part is writing it.
Did you do the illustrations too, or did somebody else do that?
I did not. The art was done by Dennis Campaign, a great friend of mine.
Is he a Georgia student too, or?
No, he was just born and raised in Georgia, but he went to college somewhere else.
Between Chris Conley's Star Wars stuff and your book, it seems like you Georgia wide receivers are a pretty creative bunch. Do you feel like, that's something you guys talk about off the field?
I would say me and Chris had a lot of discussions about our passions outside of football. You know, and Chris did an awesome job of laying the foundation for such products. You know, whoever thought that someone that was a college athlete that had to handle school, did community service things, and also, you know, produced the film.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that was possible, you know? And he basically laid the foundation for me to do such things like this.
I'm sure that you saw yourself progressing toward the NFL when you came out of high school.
Right.
Could you ever have imagined, you were just kind of talking about this, could you ever imagine away from football how your life would have progressed and how you would have matured?
Definitely not. I know a lot of times we won't talk about, you know, how much football has influenced us, just because we don't want anyone to think it's all one-sided. But the honest truth is, a lot of the accomplishments or acknowledgments that we receive is all based upon football. And, you know, over time, with that, football is your identity. You know, for me, that was the case. But when you have a major injury like I did, and you can't make those plays week after week because you're injured and you're laying up, you have to find some other sense of self. And for me, it was reading.
How was Coach Rick? Has he been very supportive through the whole process?
He has. Coach Rick actually wrote the foreword for it, so I'm very thankful for that.
How do you, being one of the leaders on the offense, help settle everybody down with regards to Grayson coming in, Lambert, the quarterback?
Right.
And again, the two buddies that's been on campus, those are your brothers.
Yeah.
How do you, I know you want to win and want the best man to get the job, but how do you help the younger guys understand what's really happening?
I tell them to be patient, to do the best you can do, and you can control the things you can control. As the receivers, we don't control who's going to throw us the ball. We can control whether we catch it, whether we're open, and those are the things we need to handle.
Good.